Well, look, one man who doesn't need to tackle half the time because he's always in the right position is Christian Nørgaard. And I'm delighted to say he's intercepted this chat to join us now. Christian, how's it going, mate? You good?
Very good. Happy to be here.
Good stuff, good stuff. Look, there's only one place we can start. Charlton on Tuesday. What was the feeling like in that dressing room after the game?
Oh, it was great feeling. A bit of relief, obviously, after going behind early in the game. And yeah, it was a tough one playing against the five, conceding early. We just managed to stick in there and show big character and big moral to get back in the game. Creating a lot of chances throughout the second half. And to see Ethan make the final goal there in the end was brilliant.
No, mate, I didn't even play and I was pumped with adrenaline for hours afterwards. How do you sleep after a game like that?
Yeah, I don't. It makes it easier now with a newborn baby in my house. So I'm on duty after games at least. So yeah, it's hard for me to sleep as well after late games. And it's a good feeling when you win. You know, you can just sit and enjoy, maybe watch some highlights from the game, and it's quite peaceful actually.
So going into that break, 1-0 down, what did Thomas say at half-time?
He said that we should have more patience. We threw away too many easy balls. We didn't manage to switch enough from side to side. I think also Brian, our assistant coach, said that we need to take initiative with the ball. It was only Saeed more or less trying in the first half, so he was trying to encourage all of us to try and do more with the ball. And I think we managed to play them quite well in the second half. Obviously, they also got a bit tired after running and defending for more or less the whole game.
And look, we've got to talk about the tactics board. Everyone's talking about it.
It's gone viral, hasn't it?
You were heavily involved in the chat. I saw at one point Thomas tapped you on the stomach at one point. What was he talking to you guys and what was he saying? Without giving too much away, obviously.
Yeah, I think I can give away some of it because it was specifically for this game. So I think he was trying to change our mindset to a bit more offensive one because obviously now going into the last couple of games, a win is a must in every game. So he was trying to put Ollie, Brian on the last line on each side to get their good foot to make the early crosses or the crosses from the baseline and then get Saeed more in a free role in the middle as a, if you can call it, false number 9. I mean, it turned out well, didn't it? We managed to score 2 goals, so I think credit to Thomas and the coaching staff for using the water break clever.
Exactly that. And look, I was a mess watching it. I don't know how you guys managed to cope with the pressure. You were all just playing with such calmness in that last 15 or so.
Yeah, I don't know if it felt like calmness. We're just hunting really at the moment, right? Of course in this game we were hunting the 1-0 defeat, and in the big picture we're hunting 2 teams above us, and it's quite interesting. You play a bit more free. You don't think about what you got to lose. Instead of, you're more in like, we got everything to win. And I think we just stuck to the game plan in the second half in particular, and fortunately it turned out well.
Has the break helped the squad? We look super fit.
Yeah. So again, big praises to the physical staff. They have put in such an effort to make us where we are right now. We had specific programs in the break. We did, I don't know how much running, how much gym work every day more or less. And it's credit to them, and obviously credit to the boys for doing it. I think the break apparently it was good for us. I mean, we look in a better spot right now than we were before.
You've had an unbelievable season. It just seems to be getting better and better. How did you find the Championship at first?
First of all, thank you. I think it took me a bit of time to get used to the tempo and maybe coming off from a bad year in Italy where I hadn't played much. I just needed to get the engine going again. And right now I feel really happy in the team, not only on the pitch, also off it. I think we got a bunch of great guys and just so many great people around the club, which makes it easier every day to enjoy your job, really.
Yeah, you've kind of part asked my next sort of question. Was it hard not playing so much last season?
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. You get that punch, in your self confidence when you sit out for 8 games in a row and then you start in, and it's just like you just it's really hard to adapt after you don't even get like 5 minutes, 10 minutes occasionally. You just straight in start after 7 or 8 games sitting out, and I didn't manage to deal with the pressure proper enough, and I felt I didn't feel the trust from the manager, which didn't make it easier. I felt that he was a bit worried playing with me, so he kept on encouraging me, saying, don't be worried, but I felt that it was him who was worried about playing me, and that's never a good feeling as a player when you feel the manager doesn't really trust you in there. So yeah, it was a top season, obviously, but
and what
good
about
decision to come here.
What about the formation change this season? How did that affect you personally when we went from 3 at the back to kind of how we set up now?
Yeah, I think actually that was my first good game of the season, was against Barnsley away when we changed to the 4-3-3. So I see myself more as a 6, more as a defensive midfield player, and so yeah, obviously this system works better for me. But I can also play a 2-man midfield. It's just from my perspective, it fits me better sitting a bit back and letting all the other guys do the offensive stuff, and I can try to hold back in the midfield.
You make the role look so easy. Is there anything in particular that you work on in training?
Not much. My communication, I think, is the most important thing. Thomas is really pushing me to keep talking, even in the small exercises in training. And if you do that every day, it's just, you get it underneath your skin, and you use it as well in the games. And obviously now when there's no fans, you can actually create your own kind of atmosphere in there by just being the loudest team, because I think the opponents feel that if you're playing against a team and everyone is speaking and it's so loud, I think definitely you get intimidated maybe a little bit as an opponent.
And you touched on your manager at Fiorentina maybe didn't show that belief in you that Thomas clearly has, and you've worked with Thomas before at Brøndby. How similar is the Thomas Frank you knew then to the Thomas the Frank now?
He's still the same manager and the same person. He has the same values. He's probably just a more experienced manager than he was at the time. We all grow as players, coaches, and persons, and I think the way he's developed into his own has been really, really good. And it's a pleasure working for him and playing for him.
Do you guys chat a lot about football off the pitch? Yeah,
we do actually. We do. I think he's the kind of manager who comes to you personally also off the pitch, and trying to obviously get to know you better, but also like you said, talk about different kind of tactics, and it helps you also as a player to try to play from a manager's kind of perspective, if that makes sense. So trying to be your own manager and like influence the game, because as a manager, it's not always easy to try and change things from the outside. You need players inside there thinking for you.
You mentioned earlier that you're very vocal on the pitch. Have you always been like that?
No, not always. I've been captain like in the youth teams, and I was in Brøndby as well in the end. But I think it's definitely something I've developed quite well, and I think it's an important thing because it keeps me in the game. I know if I'm speaking, I'm not thinking about anything else than what's happening in the game, and so it's not only to help my teammates, it's also to help myself.
And look, mate, I've noticed you had a few sighters on goal. Charlton, you had that great long-range shot. That first goal's coming, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be coming soon. The guys are, they're kind of teasing me that I haven't scored yet this season. Me and Pontus is the one missing. So we're having a small bet, me and Pontus, about who is going to make the first one.
Well, look, hopefully it'll be the one that gets us up. Have you got your celebration plan for when you do score?
I'll probably be so shocked that I wouldn't have time to celebrate it.
Well, see, when you do a GIF on Instagram stories, yours is you doing this.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah, there's a small story to it. So me and one of my best friends, we just, I don't know, we had a chilled night in my house, listening to some music, and we invented this very crazy and weird dance. And we was like, why not? I haven't seen anyone else doing it, so let's do it if one of us scores. And we played a friendly against Liverpool, full stadium, 40,000 people in there. And I scored the first goal to 1-0. I was running there with my mate doing that dance. So it just kind of, I mean, it's actually the only time I've done it as a celebration. So when they asked me to do the video with Brentford there, I was just like, yeah, that's more or less the only celebration scene I've got in.
So you're going to do it if you score?
Yeah, why not? I mean, now that we're talking about it, I almost forgot it, but now it's good that you mentioned it. I'm sure I will do it against Derby now on Saturday.
Brilliant. Top man. Thanks for your time, Christian. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.